All right, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, students. All right, for the start of final term, we will have to do first chapter 11 of your book, okay? So the remaining topics that we have for the finals are the easiest topic. The first in chapter 11 that we will have to do today is all about geometrical construction. Okay, so if from that name itself, from the title itself, which is geometrical construction, so we are to create or to draw some of the geometrical points, lines, segments, all right, shapes. Okay, so that we will understand more what is really geometry. Okay, why is it included in our topic since the start of your grades? Okay, the lower grades, we were already having geometry. We just don't know that that is part of geometry. Okay, when we study triangles, when we study circles, when we study parallel lines, okay, those are part of geometry. Okay, and of course, the topic that we will have today, geometrical constructions, then it is also a part of geometry. Okay, can you see on your screen? Okay. Let me share it again. Okay, to make sure. So Pepe is present. And Grace. All right. Okay. So there you go. All about geometrical construction. So as you can see there in the figure, you have there the protractor, you have there the compass, all right, and the basic, which is the ruler, and of course, pencil. Okay, so that means it gives us the idea that we are to draw some of the parts of geometry. Okay, but we will understand first what is really geometry. Okay, so the origin of that is from the Euclidean geometry, which is the study of geometry based on definitions and defined terms like points, lines, planes, and the assumptions of the mathematician Euclid. That was 330 BC. Okay, so that was the first and the introduction of Euclidean geometry. And then it was then included as part of the subject in mathematics. Okay, so geometry, if we give the meaning, all right, will you please read, everyone? Please unmute and read. In 3, 2, 1, go. The branch of mathematics. Guys, please read.
The branch of mathematics concerns
with the properties and relations of points, lines, surfaces, solids, and higher
Dimensional
dimensional
analogs. So from the definition of geometry, okay, it is also a branch of mathematics. Now mathematics have many branches, all right? So we can have trigonometry, we have geometry, we have also algebra and the other types of, we have also that general mathematics. So geometry is one of them, and in fact statistics also is also a branch of mathematics. Okay, now we say geometry is that branch of mathematics concerned with the properties and relations of points, lines, surfaces, all right, solids, like the geometrical solids that we studied, okay, the pyramid, prism, all right, sphere, cone, and also the other higher dimensional analog, so other shapes which are complicated to look at. Okay, so higher dimensional analog, so complicated like prisms and the other types of geometrical shapes. Okay, so since we are concerned with points and lines, so that is why for today we will discuss some of the important parts of geometry. All right. So the first will be all about the points and lines. All right. Basically, we have known this one since our lower grades. Okay, but we just don't give much emphasis on this. Just like, for example, in a point, okay? A point represents a location in space or on a drawing. Okay, so we know period, when we write a sentence and we put it a period, that is also a point. It has no height, no width, no depth, okay? And it can be represented by the intersection of two lines. Okay, so when a line or two lines or three lines intersect, so this one here is the intersection or the point where it meets. Okay, so that means it can be also represented by the intersection of two lines. Short crossbar or on a line, or a small point or element. Okay, so a simple dot like that one, it is already considered a point. All right. Okay, so we have then, after the point, we have also this line. All right, Haruka, will you please read the definition of line?
Line is defined as that which has length without width.
All right, straight line.
Red line is the shortest distance between 2 points lines.
Okay. It can be parallel and
simple.
okay, and perpendicular. Okay, so line has no width, but it has a point where it is the shortest distance between 2 points. Now, for example, we have here one point and another point, and we connect that one. So that means it is a line. Okay? So whatever we draw, whatever the length of the line, you can do it, but it has no width. Okay? And we have studied this one recently, all about parallel lines and angles. And we know that parallel lines are lines that do not meet. All right? And the symbol for parallel lines, you have there the two lines, this one. That is the symbol of parallel lines. So that is the first. And the second type of line is perpendicular. Perpendicular will have or will intersect at a 90 degrees formation. Okay? It will cross or meet at a 90 degrees formation. Okay? So if that is your line and one line is perpendicular, or a line that crosses another line at a 90 degrees formation, then that is perpendicular line. Okay, so again, it will form 90 degrees at the meeting point. All right, so that is perpendicular line. And next, we have also this plane. Okay, plane is defined as 3 points in a space. So there is a space in between them. Okay, so any shape, even if you draw triangle, if you draw quadrilaterals or any type, it can be considered a plane. Okay, so those are some important terms that we will remember when we talk about geometry. Okay, so the point, the line, plane. Next, we have also these angles. Angles are formed by two intersecting lines. When two lines meet at a certain vertex, okay, the meeting point of the two lines, a vertex, it will form an angle. Okay, so when the angle is formed, we have also these types or kinds of angles. Okay, Audi, an angle that is less than 90 degrees. What do you call that angle? Okay, let us recall and remember what you have learned before. Angle less than 90 degrees. What do you call that? Yes, Audi? Okay, try to remember. An angle less than 90 degrees. 90 degrees exactly is right angle. Now, what if it is less than 90? What do you call that angle? Starts with letter A. Okay, can you remember? Or anyone, anybody can name what type of angle is that one? Less than 90 degrees. Anyone? All right, you can unmute and answer. Poon, can you remember? Haruka, Grace, Baikao. All right, Pepe. An angle less than 90 degrees is called, okay, acute angle. Okay, so Haruka sent a message. That is what we call as acute. But what if it is more than 90 degrees but less than a straight angle, which is 180? Okay, more than more than 90 degrees. What type of angle is that one? Poon, can you remember? We have acute, right? And more than 90 is? Yes, Poon? Yes, more than 90. 90. All right. More than 90 is? Grace, can you remember? More than 90 degrees. But less than a straight angle. Yes?
Angle.
Come again?
Obtuse.
Obtuse angle. Okay. And more than 180 degrees, which is a straight angle, but less than a full rotation of 360, we call that one as reflex angle. All right. So this topic is just like recalling the previous topics that we had on the lower grades. Okay, so angles. And then we have also, as part of geometry, a triangle. Okay, will you please read, Poon, what is a triangle? A triangle is?
A triangle is a plane figure bounded by three strange lines, and the sum of the interior angles is always 180
degrees.
degrees.
Okay, so we know what is a triangle. That's very basic. And the interior angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay, now what are the types of triangle? Baikao, can you name one type of a triangle? Okay, can you remember?
Right.
Right triangle. Okay, so this is according to angle, right? And we have also obtuse. Okay, we have also obtuse And what is the other one? Yes, what is the other one, other type of triangle according to angle? So the same with the angle. So that is acute. Okay, now types of triangle according to sides. Okay, what do you call a triangle having all sides equal? All sides equal. Pepe, what do you call that triangle we're having all equal sides? Pepe. All right. Going back to Haruka. All equal sides. What type of triangle?
Oh,
Equilateral triangle. All right, that's correct. And when only two sides are equal, Grace, what do you call that type of triangle where two sides are equal?
Isosceles.
Isosceles. Very good. Okay, so isosceles triangle. And when there is no equal sides, by cow, no equal sides, what do you call that triangle? Starts with letter S. Yes. Okay, go back to you later. Pun. No equal sides. What do you call that triangle? Oh. Okay, anybody? Yes.
Scalene.
Scalene. All right. So that's what we call as scalene triangles. Okay. So that's very basic, knowing all about the types of triangle. All right. Let us go to the next important terms that we remember when we talk about geometry. Okay. We have these quadrilaterals. All right. To recall, quadre means four. Quadro means four. Laterals means side. So these are shapes or these are figures that are having four sides. Okay, so it is a plane figure bounded by four straight sides. Okay, we learned 6 types of quadrilaterals. Give me one. Who was the last? Okay, Odi, give me one type of quadrilateral. Odi, can you name one type of a quadrilateral? Remember, 4 sides. Okay, I will start. The first, we have the square. What else? Anyone can unmute and say? Rectangle, all right. So rectangle, what else? Okay, you can unmute, everybody, you can unmute and say. Squares, rectangles. What else? A square, similar with a square, but two sides are parallel or tilted. What do you call that one? That is the, yes, it is similar with a square, but there are, yes, that is the, okay, there is no right angle. That is the rhombus. All right, similar with a rectangle. What do you call that shape? Similar with a rectangle. Yes. And there is no right angle also form in the corner. That is the parallelogram. Parallelogram. All right. What is the fifth one? Can someone tell me what is the fifth type of quadrilateral? Yes. Poon, Odi, Haruka, Grace, Baikal, Pepe. We have 4 and we said we have 6. What else? Square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram. What about TR? What word is that one? What type of quadrilateral? Trapezium. And the last one is? What is the last one? Square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium, and the last one is 4 letters only? Kite. Okay. So these are the 6 types of quadrilaterals that we studied before. Okay. So this is just a memory. This is just like a memory recall on your knowledge. Okay, so that is one type under geometry quadrilaterals. Okay. Okay, going next. Let's clear it up. All right. Okay, so here in our book, actually, we are going to use geometer sketchpad. Okay, but since we have our workbook, so we need to use these tools. All right, so we have this set square. This is the triangle-like tools that we are using, and we need also protractor, and of course the basic is the ruler, and of course also the compass. Okay, so in drawing we need to have that basic tools: ruler, compass, set square. All right, ruler, compass, set square, and protractor also for the degrees. Okay, so we need to use that one when we are to construct. Okay, example, how to draw parallel lines. That's very basic, as long as you have to maintain the exact distance between the 2 lines. So it is parallel lines, lines that do not meet. Okay, for example, that is 2 cm. So therefore, maintain the distance 2 cm to make it parallel lines. All right. Okay, what about perpendicular lines? Okay, we can use a set square. We can use also ruler to create perpendicular lines. And take note, perpendicular lines will have, okay, or will form 90 degrees at the intersection. Okay, so that is parallel lines. Perpendicular lines. Lines that intersect, and the intersection will form 90 degrees. Okay, next. All right. Okay, next is drawing triangles. Okay, so we have a lot of them. We have done this one, how to draw triangles during our lower grade. Okay, but this time we used geometer's sketchpad, but since we have workbook, so we will do it manually, okay, by using the protractor to get the correct degrees, and also the ruler to get the correct length of the side. Okay, So just like that one, drawing triangle DEF, okay, given the length of each side. All right. So remember, in a triangle, we need to use protractor and ruler. Okay. Who doesn't know how to draw triangles? Okay, so that's very basic. Okay, this is also right triangle. And this one, equilateral triangle. All right. So of course, equilateral triangle has exactly the same length of its sides. And of course, since the sides are equal, angles also are equal. All right, quadrilateral, we can draw that one using set square and ruler. Just try to get the correct length of that quadrilaterals. Okay, so that's very easy, the topic that we have, as I have mentioned. So for our activity, for our task, open your workbook to page 130. We will answer 130 and 131, all about the geometry that we studied. Okay. So we have 8 minutes, so we can finish it all. That's very easy. Okay, again, please take out your workbook now so that after the discussions that we have and you finish it all, then you have no more task to do. Okay, so we will do it. We still have 8 minutes left. All right. So again, that is page 130. And the date of today, Wednesday. Oh. All right, so please write the date of today. All right. Number 1, construct the following line segments. Oh, that's very easy. All right, number 1, letter A and B. All you do, use ruler, set square, or compass, or protractor. Okay. So line segment PQ, 3.8 cm. All right, so all right, 3.8. Okay, so that is it. Line PQ with 3.8. Okay. Letter B, line segment AB, 12.7. So line segment. Okay, line segment 12. All right, so line segment AB. With the length 12.7. Okay, use ruler to get exactly the length of the given. All right, that's easy. Number 2. Number 2A. Construct the following diagrams. So that is A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so A, triangle with 4.5, AB, AC 5.8, and BC 5.8. So that is an isosceles triangle. All right, so 4. All right, and 5.8. Okay. Triangle ABC. This is A and B and C. 4.5. Right, so this side is 4.5. Okay, do not forget to put the label. Okay, so this side is equal 5.8 cm. Okay, that is number 2. A, letter B. Construct triangle UVW 3.8, 5.6, 4.2. So this is a scalene triangle, no equal side. So, UV 3.8. 5.6. 5.6 and 4.2. All right, that is triangle UV. And W 3.8. Okay, so you now completely answer letters C, D, and E. So that will be your task. You finish C, D, and E. Okay, you still have 1 minute. Okay, do not forget the label, all right? Do not forget the label of what is being asked. D and E, all you do there is to draw it again, but with the correct length. Again, letter D and E, you draw it again, but with the correct length of the sides. Okay? So that will be your task. These C, D, and E. All right, so that will be all for this afternoon, but please finish all of that one, C, D, and E. Okay, so thank you so much for your attendance today. I'm happy that only few are absent. So thank you so much, everyone, for your participation and attendance today, all right? So keep safe always, and you take care. Bye-bye for now. See you on the next.